Let me know when you tweet it.
All right, welcome in everybody. Episode 3, Sosa and Rex, best bets for your day. It is June 24th. We got the sun in Sosa's eyes, but he's still seeing clear today. We never have to worry about that. How you doing today?
Having a great day, man. You know, nice little Thursday. Uh, you know, just the usual. Trying to make some more money. Yesterday was a good day. Basketball did me well, but I'm waiting for today. I think the baseball slate has a lot of love for us. I think there's a lot of good money in there. And then, we got to see Trey Young, keep doing the same shit. So
Yeah, it was a little painful, but I saw you switch mid-game, so you jumped your allegiances real quick.
Oh Lord. I mean, bro, listen. I know Budenholzer's terrible, but my God, it just doesn't matter who it is on the other side. It really doesn't matter at all. Like he can be outcoached by anyone. Most AAU coaches could probably do a better coaching job than this guy. It looked like they had the game in control, and then a bunch of weird stuff just started happening. Trey Young started getting every call, which is expected. I'm not blaming it on that or anything like that, but it's just, man, it's crazy. It's crazy to see. I swear, he's going off 40 piece. I'm not gonna take any. I got to give him credit, man. Yesterday, you heard me hating. You heard me saying how I didn't give him any credit, everything like that, but I have to. What we've seen is, it is what it is. He's definitely he's the show right now. You guys, what's good, y'all? Thanks for popping up on us.
But let's just kick it right off and get into. We got 11 people here, probably even more. Yep, the number keeps going up. So let's just kick it right off into this NBA slate, because this is what everyone's coming here for tonight.
Right,
that's why it's a small slate. Slate, so let's give the people what they want right off the bat. NBA. I mean, you were on it last night with the Drew props, with the Giannis props. We hit that cross sport parlay, easy money. So let's keep it going tonight. You got basically the even spread, 221.5 over under here. Let's just kick it off to you. Clippers, we seen them do it two series in a row, drop 2, always pick up game 3. Tyler, does he got it in him, or is it as Cliff was quoting, tweeting people saying Suns in 4 today?
He's done a great job, man, of adjusting in series. I think, like I said, I mentioned this. I think he's made more in-game adjustments than any coach in this entire series, outside of maybe Nate McMillan, because he did come back a couple of times crazy. But I expect this game to be another close one. I'm not picking a winner. I don't even know if I can do an over/under on the game yet, because I don't know what to expect. You have a huge outlier in Chris Paul returning to the lineup, and they tend to score less points when he's in the lineup, which is, again, it's based on pace and the way he's just, this half-court maestro that we've known for the better part of a decade. He's over a decade. Mm-hmm. So it's really difficult to really make that to just make that choice right now for me, with as far as picking a winner. But there's plenty of props in this game for me, plenty of looks to make money.
So let's start with the Chris Paul props. Because I believe, betting this live, you're getting at a dog, unless you just think a team goes from start to finish, which we have yet to see. So that's just kind of where I would avoid pregame as well, because you could at least get a 6 probably at some point in this game, because they're streaky. But
exactly,
I know one of your biggest angles has always been fading a team when their star player comes back. You can maybe put that up for debate right now, because you have Book going there, but Chris Paul, he deserves to be in that category. I'm looking at his props right now. They have 17.5 points. That seems like a shit ton. 8.5 assists, that doesn't seem too much.
It doesn't seem like a lot, honestly, because remember, he didn't get injured. All he's been doing is resting. He's been in from this, based on the story, he's been asymptomatic. He's not sick. He's not. So, I'm not going to put too much stock into him being wrong with him at all. I think that the Suns are going to roll out. They're going to play good. The Clippers are going to make adjustments. They're going to play well. and it's going to be exactly what we saw the first two games. It's going to be a nail-biter game at the end where you can probably get a good number on the Suns' money line. I think that's probably the easiest angle for me. I also like Terrence Mann to perform well at home. He's been continuously playing better at the crib in the playoffs when he's allotted minutes. So that's something that I really like. I like Chris Paul's assist. I also
who's taking the biggest back seat with Chris Paul being back? Is it Bridges? Who's going to take Payne, just straight up Payne?
Come on, Payne's never put up. He'd never had a 25-point game. So I mean, yeah, directly there's going to be immediate regression on from him off top. That's the first.
Yeah, just to break you up in your props, because I really like the Bridges over 11.5. I know it's on the road, but with Chris Paul being back, I just think that sets up Bridges' games a lot more. His over 1.5 threes at -145.
I love that.
So those are the two props that I've been eyeing up.
And I'm going to go with him and Jay Crowder. Both get a lot of shots. They haven't been making a ton of them, but the opportunities come with Chris Paul, and obviously more open opportunities come when teams have to defend the pick and roll at a higher rate. So that would be like my first thing that I would do, that I would look at. Other than that, I like PG's points, rebounds, assists tonight. I think he comes out, has a good game. Win or lose, going to perform at a high level. I can't see him going out like a sucker. I know we've seen him do that before, but I believe that he comes out tonight and he performs well. I don't have a scenario in my head where he doesn't. And, I think he understands that his team needs him to do that, and he's going to do that for them, whether they win or lose. I expect a good performance, if not great, from Paul George. He's been very, very good. People can say whatever they want about the guy. I'm rolling with him. Also, tonight I'm going back to the well with Marcus Morris. He hasn't shot it well, but he's getting the attempts. He hasn't shot it well, but he's getting the attempts. So you want to go back to the house. You want to go back to the well with Marcus Morris over 1.5 at threes at -128. Luke Kennard, another guy I'm taking a ticket on tonight at -126. 2 made threes. That's on FanDuel right now. Those two guys, I mean, they can't possibly continue to not shoot. I mean, Marcus Morris can't continue to shoot this badly. So I expect him to have a very, very solid game tonight, win or lose. Rebounds in this game. I like DeAndre Ayton to get me 12-plus rebounds tonight. I think on the board she'll be just as good. That's at +114. And that's basically that right there is everything I like for tonight. Someone's asking Clippers first half. I don't know, man. Clippers first half is a tough proposition. You get your point guard back. I can see a lot of pace where it's slower. They don't play as fast with Chris Paul. And obviously, like I said, we know this is because he's the best half-court point guard ever. Outside of probably Isaiah Thomas, maybe. But, like, come on. For the younger guys, he's the guy. A.K.A. Sam Smith saying.
That's Mo.
Oh, it's Mo. What up, Mo? Appreciate that.
That's what I was about to say. Your Periscope gets hooked up to whatever you make it. So Mo probably made that when it was 12. And that was the name he rolled with.
Right. Chuck, what up, man? Appreciate you popping up. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for this game. I'm not going to pick a winner, not going to hit an over under. I think it's a good prop game, even if it's low scoring, because we know who's going to play. We know who's going to get the shots. Another one real quick is Terrence Mann's points. If you can get it, I would definitely take a ticket on him. He's at over 7.5 points. I think he's going to get enough shots and enough opportunities to capitalize tonight. And again, we all have to remember that role players play better at home.
Mm-hmm.
They always play better at home coming off the bench. So this is a good opportunity to fade maybe guys on Phoenix's bench and look to them having those games where their starting lineup scored like 15, 16, 20 each. They had a couple games like that on the road where their starters carried them because their bench didn't perform that great on the road, whether it was in Denver or LA. So that's something that That's something to definitely look into. Being heavier on the starting five as opposed to the bench guys for Phoenix, and being on some of the bench guys as opposed to the starters for the Clippers. Because again, the performance that you're going to get from certain guys at the crib is going to be much better than what you got in Phoenix. And those games were very close. So that's all I have for that.
Yeah, your Luke Kennard one kind of threw me for a second, but then once I remembered going back home, it's always a good spot to jump on someone. You've been high on Man for a while, and I mean, it's just cashing, so don't stop now. And then,
absolutely,
Bridges makes me feel, I mean, I'm still confident in those spots, so I'm still going to roll with those, but definitely thinking that I should have been looking a little bit harder is at the Clippers bench than I was looking at the Suns, just because I was big into potentially going at Man, because and Paul's no slouch on defense, but he still won't be up to the game speed, even though he took that time off. So I think he might get attacked early. So if you like Reggie Jackson, maybe off the bat too, that might not be a bad one. But
I think with Reggie, I would go with his assist prop again. I would roll with it 3.5. He tricked off on a half the other night, but that's what I would lean to, is his assist as opposed to his points, even though he's been doing a hell of a job of picking up the slack and carrying some level of the load without Kawhi. And again, their coaches had him in every game. Their coaches kept the game close, So expect something from Ty Lue tonight. I expect something from him, whether it's a defensive adjustment or it's playing certain guys more minutes. It is what it is. So, but yeah, I would definitely. That's definitely what I would do. I would look like that's what I would anticipate at the end of the day.
Yep. Keep hitting us up in the comments. Let us know what you're playing. Let's jump into Copa America real quick. If you guys have any more ball questions, we can always jump into it at the end. So keep them firing. Copa America. I mean, it's a super small slate because we have to go another day tomorrow with no Euros. That don't kick back off till Saturday. And boy, oh boy, is Uruguay minus 500 everyone's favorite money line piece today. And it's just, I can't doubt them for this because Bolivia is just not
minus that 500.
Yeah, I've seen them in so many different type of parlays or team totals over for Uruguay. Right. And you just have it juiced over 2.5 minus 145. I really like this game, and I'll be on this as a second half over, especially if it's at 0-0. I'm looking for maybe potentially first half draw, first half under would be the way I would lean for this, just because with the minus 500, I'm not playing the Asian handicapper and money line here. So when I'm looking at the total, this is a complete second half over target for me here. Yeah, Baz, we definitely know Copa is a dangerous game to bet on. We saw 10 minutes of extra time in Brazil last night, and Brazil scored a minute of extra time.
That was outrageous.
You knew something was up there. Me and Boz were chatting about that right away.
That was outrageous. I was like, what the? I was like, because I wasn't watching the game. I saw the highlight. It was like, I saw 90 plus 10. I'm like, impossible. That's fucking insane. The 100th minute? That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, especially, I mean, Uruguay just hasn't been finishing, and they've got Suarez and Cavani up top, and it's just crazy. So this is just where Bolivia, if one thing they do well is concede. Them to score, both teams to score is like sitting at like a plus like 125 or 35 price. So they're really thinking with an over juice 2.5, the books are telling you that Uruguay is going to rout them 3-0. And that's where I just get concerned on that, where we haven't yet to see it. This could be their get-right game. I'm just hoping it doesn't come in the first half, so I have a nice second half angle here.
19 minutes of stoppage time. Wow. I'm just reading the comments, man. But yeah, I like to be quiet when you talk on this stuff, because you cash people out on this, and it's not like I said, it's not necessarily my forte. I'm good with soccer, but not like it's not my specialty, and I can't swim, so I don't go to the pool. So if I'm not good at something, I'm not gonna get on the internet and start belting off shit about subjects that I don't know about. If I don't know about it, I'll either educate myself on it or stay the fuck away.
Yes, sir. All right, the last one's Paraguay versus Chile. This is setting up a lot like our Peru match yesterday, where boy, oh boy, that push felt like a win, where they're down 2-0 at half, and it just felt miserable. came out on fire, but we got to push there. I mean, the biggest contrarian in me wants to play Paraguay on the pick, just like we did with Peru, because when the game's evenly slated. But I just think Chile has way too much value here. They just don't lose. They just draw a shit ton. So to draw at plus 194 might be your best bet here. I just personally do not like betting full-time draws. It's just not a good bet to root for, and you're kind of just sitting there. I mean, if you guys think it makes money, that would be the way I would be leaning. But this over is sitting at a juiced under 2. Yeah, I just don't want to get involved in either of our Copa games until Uruguay's second half here. For feeling good, maybe we'll tweet out a play on Chile, Paraguay, but as of right now, nothing too convincing in a 2-game slate where the books are paying a lot more attention to them.
Right. And again, whatever play you send me, I'm gonna play it. Because I've not been following Copa like that. I just wait for like the last couple of games, because at the end of the day, the headlines or the narratives right now, it's like, is Neymar going to get it done for Brazil? Is Messi finally going to win an international tournament with Argentina? And can Ronaldo win one with Portugal in Euro? So that's what's going on right now. You know that. I mean, I have to tell you, but we're just looking for the narratives at the end of the day.
Yeah. Mo's on the same side as me. Definitely like that over early, but I just had a minus 145. I'm going to wait till that catches down some steam there. You want to talk about hockey tonight, or should we just get right into MLB?
It's the Habs tonight, right? The Habs,
yeah,
and the Vegas Knights.
Home dogs for Montreal. Yeah, I don't want to say that's the public pick, because I think everyone's all over Vegas, because everyone's like, this is getting a game 7, but I mean, making Montreal a home dog's pretty rough for them.
I wish the homie Andrew was in here, because the other night, like, I was on Vegas. I was like, they're going to do exactly what Tampa did at their crib, and I just looked like a dickhead. So I want to pick Vegas, because I think they're going to make this series go 7. I think the NHL wouldn't mind the money, but that last performance at the crib was just, oh my Lord, bro, that was unacceptable. You know what they charge for tickets to Golden Knight games? Like, you could buy a couple of kidneys with that shit, bro. Like, no bullshit. Like,
I went the year they opened the stadium, and it wasn't bad at all.
Right, but now,
yeah.
Oh my God, bro! It's like it's the hottest, it's the biggest ticket in town, bro. Vegas will win the series, Boz. I hope so, man. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to expect tonight. I expect a team that. I mean, I would like to anticipate a team that has their back against the wall, hungry and needing a win, and they come out and get that. But there's something about this Canadians team, man. Every single time
they got that juju.
I do believe 4 out of the 5 games in the series have gone under. 4 out of 5 have gone under. That might be a play. But again, I have no action on that.
Yep, no action for me either.
Only trends that I've seen is that 4 out of the 5 have gone under. And Vegas fucking tricked off at the crib. They look like shit. So I'm gonna. I haven't, like I said, no action for me tonight on that one. We'll get into baseball. And I do have plenty of action on baseball tonight. Plenty of it. Right now.
I was been dabbling around, because with this small slate where you got the one NBA game, the one soccer game, you get through that cap, and it's like, shit, I got so much time left with my day. But yeah, let's get into some baseball. So we had Dan hit us up much earlier in the comments. Let me go put that back up. He's on the Padres run line tonight. Any thoughts on that?
I actually have no action on that game, but the Padres run line, I tend to you see how they just came off a really hold on, the Padres don't play tonight.
Oh, Sosa Dodgers. I just saw.
Right. No, yeah, I like the Dodgers actually tonight. I would rock with them super run line, to be totally honest with you. Coming off an emotional series against a team that swept you. You just got swept. You come back home against the Cubs. Come on now. We should smoke them. That's with us. I expect an immediate bounce back. We're not a team. We had the 13 out of 15 earlier in the season, but we know that we need to not let this last very much longer. We can't afford that. That's not going to work. The division is tight. We need to get it together. I don't think we can afford to not do that. So I like them super run line tonight, -2.5. I like them to smoke Chicago. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I like them tonight to smoke them. That's one of my plays for sure. And then a couple other joints that I like tonight. I like the Marlins team total over 3.5. They're facing John Ross. He's been terrible in the division, coming off 3 straight consecutive terrible starts. Marlins haven't been looking great. I know people are scared because they don't score a lot of runs. Tonight, I like them to break that trend and get me 4. I like the Reds to win tonight as well. I like Santillan. He's a very good prospect that's come up in their organization. He's been solid in starts since he's come around. So I like them to handle business tonight. And that's at -124. Another one I like is I parlayed the Houston Astros first 5 run line and the St. Louis Cardinals money line, which is juiced. So that's why I threw it in and parlayed it. I also like the Cardinals first 5. They're facing a pitcher, or the Cardinals game first 5 over. Forgive me, and that's juiced at 5.5. But I would definitely go with it. Both pitchers have been launching pads this season, and they both start games terribly. So I
think it's a nice bounce back spot for potentially the Cardinals today, just because Martinez, I think he was at 8.35 ERA over his last 3 starts, but the last time he faced the Pirates this season, he went 8 full innings, only gave up 1 hit, so this could be a sweet spot here.
For sure. And like I said, they're not coming off like a 4-game set. They both played 2 games each against a team. It's not like they're like each team is like trotting out their ace at the top of the rotation or anything like that. So even the over might be a good look. But the pitcher from the Cardinals has been pitching he's been pretty solid recently. Not terrible. And then also I don't trust anyone who starts for the Pirates. Do you?
No.
Right.
Or so Cleveland. Cleveland's the other team that I'm fading right now.
Cleveland has one kid that I like. Bieber, you kind of have to show some respect to Bieber.
Well, but they're not in their starting rotation right now. They're 5-man because isn't Bieber hurt?
Nah, Bieber just pitched. I mean, he might have just went on the IL after his last start. But this kid Tristan McKenzie, he's going to be good. He's going to be really good.
They're trotting out Meja tonight, who's 0-2 with an 8.52 ERA. And one of my favorite pitchers in the game is Jose Barrios right now, just trapped in Minnesota. I find myself backing just Jose just because I just like the way he pitches, and I very, very rarely catch Twins games. But when I've seen Barrios pitch, I like them.
He gets lit up sometimes. I do like that game. I do like Minnesota to win that game. The money line is juiced. The first 5 run line for the Twins is a nice option. It's a good play. That's at -130. A good price based on just how heavily favored they are, and just based on the pitching matchup. Mm-hmm. I think that the Minnesota Twins first 5 run line would be a very, very solid play as well. I will probably bet that one. But like I said, I already said like all the ones that I've already 100% gotten to the window with. And that was the Marlins team total, the Reds money line, and the parlay of the Astros first 5 run line at -140 and the Cardinals money line at -162. Those are everything I've gotten to the window with personally.
What do you feel about there's the one game that I was looking at was the Red Sox versus Tampa, because I think that's probably the game you're watching if you're a neutral tonight other than Cubs-Dodgers late night.
Right.
Man, Pivetta, he was in the Philly system, and when I was looking at his numbers this year, When he starts games, I'm pretty sure his team's 8-3 in those results. And I looked at Pavetta's numbers, and he's just not doing anything impressive. That's just the Sox offense. Like, he's had a decent few starts, but he's been getting hit a little bit more as of recent now. But when I saw Michael Wacha has ended up in Tampa, I had no idea that's where he's been thrown right now. So that's why I don't not leaning anything on that one. But that's kind of like I like to bet just the evenly matched games for baseball.
Yeah. Waka's been inconsistent to say the least. You know, he's got a bunch of starts where he didn't even make it out like the third inning or fourth inning. Some of them he went one less than, you know, sometimes some of them he went less than three, and he didn't even really get hit beat up. They just took him out because Tampa has such a great bullpen. They can do that. I think that's one thing with him starting. You don't know what they're going to do because they're so quick to go with the hook and get their bullpen out there because their bullpen's really good. So I personally like the under in the game if I had to pick anything, just because I think Pivetta will pitch pretty well against the lineup. But again, I have no reaction on that. I don't want to put anything on it. They just split they just split the first two games of the series. Neither team has been extremely impressive. And to try and to have like any like extreme expectations for either team based on the pitching matchup for me is kind of difficult. So I'm gonna humbly sit that one out.
All right, yeah. I mean, Wander's playing, so I'll probably just try to catch him when his at bats are up. So,
oh man, put a couple dollars on him hitting a home run, right? Bro. Where are they making these kids? Where are these dudes coming out of? He's a freak, bro.
Yeah, because I remember it was him and Klenick in Seattle was getting all the big noise. He was coming up, and I'm pretty sure Klenick had an 0-42 stretch, and he's back in the minors. But yeah, Wander made himself his presence known real quick with that 3-run bomb, and I'm pretty sure that cashed your Rays team total over that day too. So that was like best of both worlds.
That was the play of the day, bro. Holy moly! The video of his father is actually the best clip of the entire night. He's like in the stands, like obviously he's got the camera phone out, but like him witnessing his son hit a home run that was a really, really dope moment. I thought that was cool as shit. But like I said, that kid, just from what I'm hearing and seeing, man, he's supposed to be it. Like he's a wonder kid, another one. So he'll be a Yankee in like 6 years, right?
Yeah, it's a shame he's with the
Yankee or Red Sox, right? One or the other, right? Maybe go to the Mets. Because the Mets have been able to, get talent as of recently. I know that doesn't make you happy to hear. No, you're not happy to hear that, but the game's the game.
Don't need to hear that.
So,
any other games or any just nonsense you want to talk about? Or half hour, wrap it up here. Small slate. We got a nice one tomorrow.
It's a small slate today. I'm just, it's kind of like the dog days for me already starting. I wasn't expecting the NBA season to end this soon for my team. I'm a Niner fan. The only thing that happened in the one day we had OTAs was we got two starters, one with an Achilles, one with an ACL. That was basically it's capping these ball games and waiting for preseason football. The Blue Jays team total. Adrian, I like the play personally. They reached their team total every single game in the last series against Baltimore, and it's the same 3-4 pitchers that they saw in the last series. So nothing would scare me away from betting on that because, well, Baltimore stinks and the Blue Jays have smacked them the fuck up. So I like that actually. I think it's over 5.5. So yeah,
Kremer's pitching.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Batting practice. I'm just saying, man, their line there. Are the Jays any good? Yes, they have a very good young lineup. They spend money on pitching, but they've had injuries. Injuries has been the biggest issue for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Toronto man's asking us if but
yeah, I mean, it's Baltimore, man. They fucking stink. You know, I mean, I'm being honest. They in the division, even more in the division, they're horrible against the division. So Marlins, Nets. Yeah, I like the who's that? Yo, I like the Marlins team total. I'm
Yeah, you
rolling
got action
tonight. They're facing Ross, who's been terrible against the division. Yeah, over 3.5. Why not? Put a
So, question about team totals versus money lines, because they're essentially not the same price, but when you're backing the team total, you're almost thinking they can win this one outright. You just want to get the 4 runs, no sweat bet done.
But that's not even how I look at it. That's not how I look at it actually, because I look at it as like you take the starting pitcher and the bullpen, both things into accord, and then it makes it actually even easier sometimes to pick, right? The starters getting beamed around and they have a sub 20 league ERA. You know, it's kind of easy to make the assumption that, you know, if one guy's given up 4 or 5 or more runs and he hasn't gotten out the 5th in 3 of his last 4 starts and he's 0-3 against his division, he's probably going to give up some runs. Really probably doesn't matter what the lineup is because of how poorly he's performed. So that's kind of like those are like the things, like I said, you know, like I use analytics to an extent, you know. Baseball is more data run than any other sport. I think you know that. You know, it's way more data. It's way more analytics. It's way more angles to look at things. And it's way more games. So I think it's just about, you know, knowing how, you know, just knowing how some of these things go. Jay's run line, first 5 plus 130. I'm gonna say stay away.
Foolish?
I'm gonna say stay away, because in the last series they scored all the runs after the 5th. They had like a 6th inning rally, a 7th inning rally, and a 9th inning rally in the 3 games. Then not that they were out of the game, but they hit their team total late in the game. So I could see the game possibly being tied in the middle, and then they just start pouring it on like they have. So I would be a little hesitant to do that. Just, you know, you don't want to get caught in that situation. And I got caught up in that situation last night. I bet a couple of first 5s. Had I just taken the team money line, I'd have walked out a winner. But I got thirsty because I wanted that extra juice. You know, you want that extra juice doing the run line, and then, you know, they don't get you out the first 5, and then in the 6th inning they score 7 runs. It's how it goes. That happens in baseball all the time.
That was your Nats play yesterday, yeah, because I was watching that with the Phillies. Bro, I mean, yeah, at least you have your Dodgers to go to after the season. I legitimately watched that Phillies game yesterday. I was just like, man, at least the Union won last night to make me happy. But I was just like, I can't even like watch baseball where it was 13-12. I mean, it was great from offensive wise. My over 20 cashed easy at like plus 2,000.
Right. Bruh. I was, like I said, that's something that's happened a few times, like more than a few times. That's happened to me at least 6 or 7 times this season, where I had a team first 5. They didn't do a fucking thing through the first 5 innings. And then in the 6th inning, they score like 7 times. Lucky number asked Red Sox money line. Not a bad bet. Again, I would look towards possibly a first 5 over or something in that game, or the game over. I think both pitchers will give up runs. Pivetta and what's my man for
Waka.
I think they both give up runs. The only thing I'd be hesitant to push the button on is, again, like I said, Waka has pitched in a bunch of games where they went to the bullpen early on purpose. Like, he already knew he wasn't going to pitch outside of the 3rd inning, because that's how they are made up. They will literally march a guy out there and pitch him and let him get 6 outs and immediately manage the game with their bullpen, because of how they use analytics to approach lineups in Tampa. That's how they do it. They do it all the time. That happens at least twice a week, actually, if we're being honest. It happens at least twice a week. They'll pull a guy in the 3rd, and their fucking bullpen will go 6 innings and not give up shit. So they're a tricky team for me in regards to picking them. I mean, also prior to the series against Chicago and the Mariners, they were the best team on the road and then lost 6 straight. So, it's like, or 7 straight. I'm sorry, 7 consecutive road games. And they were the best road team in baseball. Now they're home. They've been 1-1 on the homestand. Over the last week, they've given you no measure of consistency to know what the fuck they're going to do. They also gave up 3 post 7-inning leads in those 7 games. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not for first yet, or they might be tied on the record, but I just know that's why you're getting that even price as well. Yeah, they actually do have the same record. The Rays just have 1 more loss.
So like I said, for me, it's a 50-50 toss up, man. For real, it really is. But yeah, that's
the Sox dominate the division. I mean, I guess it's easy when the Baltimore they just played them a lot because they're 18-9 against the division, and Tampa's 20-11 against the division. So they're just smacking around.
All those wins are against they haven't lost to the Yankees. The Tampa Bay Rays have whooped the Yankees' ass the last 2 seasons.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that.
They beat the dog shit out of the Yankees. So, but yeah, I mean that's all I got for today. Let's crank up and make some money. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yes, sir. So make sure you hit that subscribe on YouTube if you're watching us there. That's probably the best way to rewatch it if you want to hear what Sosa was playing in the NBA. I got a Copa America pick to be watching. Casual, thank you as usual. We appreciate all you guys supporting us and tuning in to us.
Absolutely.
We love when you guys ask us the questions like this and get it interactive. It's a good way on a short slate here to make the show go longer. Let's get some winners tonight, Sosa.
Appreciate you, yo. Let's get this money.